but I want to start out talking to you about failure. Okay? Failure is something that all of us have experienced at some point, right? Mm-hmm. Yes? So I want to talk to you about failure in relationships. Okay? I have messed up some relationships along the way, and a lot of them have been with women. Anybody ever had trouble having a relationship with a woman? Yeah. Right. And we went into business together. We were in business together for 90 days. And what she taught me was I got to try out being an entrepreneur for 90 days. But we had both decided she wasn't going to leave her job, so we decided to really kind of restructure the business. She said, go meet with a business attorney. At the time, I didn't think that maybe she should come with. Now, looking back, probably would have been a good idea, right? Like, you probably should have both parties, just saying, right? Lawyers in the room. So, went to the business attorney, put everything into play that we had talked about, sent that email to her, and I haven't spoken to her in 4.5 years. Wow. So I started to really look at myself. I started to look at, because that was the catalyst of a relationship. Like, there's been a series of things. It wasn't all me, but it wasn't all them either. Relationships fail because of two things: miscommunication or lack of appreciation. So when I started CR Conversations, we closed our doors April 28th of 2013, and I started CR Conversations May 1st of 2013. And what I have set out to do is to teach people, give you the processes in your business to make sure that you are treating your business relationships like you treat your best friends. Okay? So there are two main principles that I talk to, which is people want more than anything in this world to feel heard and to know that they matter.
And then finally, sell. You've earned the right to continue to sell them additional products or services. So the other way you can look at this is think about it like dating, right? So you start by meeting them, then you've got to woo them, then you get married. That's where the hard part comes in, right? Okay? And then, now that you kind of earn the right, like they know that you're there, then you can sell them on stuff. Right? Like trips and things. So think about it that way, okay? Because business is personal. It is personal. I don't care what anybody says. Business is personal, especially in the way that we do our environment here. Right? Now, here's where another assumption will come up. We put so much pressure on ourselves, right? Because we're walking away going, oh my God, I better get that thank you card out in the mail today because they are waiting for it. They are not. They're not waiting for it. So give yourself some grace to get it out there, okay? Just because you put it out there doesn't mean that it has to happen immediately. Give yourself some grace, okay? So quickly before I move forward, does that all make sense? They're very simple steps. I always hope that when I do this talk that somebody isn't going, I never thought to send a thank you card. Brilliant, right? It's not rocket science. It's just these are reminders of things that you probably have been taught before, okay? But it is. It doesn't matter who you are, who you're selling to, what you're having a conversation around. It takes at least 5 times for people to engage with you. Put yourself in your prospect's shoes, okay? Anybody in here have a million things in their mind, right? And like the second you leave this meeting, you're not really going to be thinking about this meeting anymore. You're going to be thinking about the next thing that you have to go and do. So remember that. Put yourself in your prospect's shoes or whatever relationship you're trying to build. So like if you're dating, put yourself in the dating person's shoes. And that you've got to continue to communicate with them. So there is something really important about multiple forms of communication and the frequency of communication. Don't be creepy, right? Don't be all up on them. Don't like in the same day send them a text and a voicemail and a Facebook Messenger and you're like, Katie, I did 5. Nothing happened. I don't know why I have a restraining order on my door, but I did 5 touches, right? Being able to spread it out a little bit.